I'm gonna make him an offer again. Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the world.
Handle the truth. You can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. We got ourselves an exciting match here. Another match here in our trio or in our triple threat pick'em tournament. Very interesting lineup here we got because we had Jeremy who came in first. And he decided, hey, I want to play Bill Cariola, so he picked Bill. And Bill kind of went in there and just thought, hey, what if I just throw a wrench into everything and decided to pick his team partner, Jake Meltzer, in this match. So we got Jeremy, Jake, and Bill here today. I gotta say, just one of our more exciting matches we got coming up here. Like just random stuff has kind of been happening in this tournament. It's been very fun to watch from a bystander perspective. Um, Obviously, I feel like Jake and Jeremy are both players that I think people in their own right could make a deep tournament run and pretty much anything we do. But Bill is this great wild card to be thrown in here where if things go his way, we've seen that already in this tournament. If things go the certain player's way, they can easily come out with a win. So I'm very excited. Let's get right into it. We're going to bring in Bill first. Bill, how you doing, buddy?
I mean, wild card player is a polite way of saying the guy that was like kind of dead last in these rankings almost. It's fine. I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Got in this match. You got anything else for me?
No, yeah, a lot of people were questioning like my whole thought process here. I'm like, all right, I'm playing Jeremy, and I've never gotten to play Jake in this league one on one. So I was like, I fully am fully aware of like where I'm going to face between these two, but like this is those two together is like title caliber. So I get to say I was part of it. Yeah, that's what I'm going for the broads, baby. And by broads, I hope I don't embarrass myself.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. We'll bring in next better, who is also your team partner, Mr. Jake Meltzer. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing really well. I also Bill's saying he's never played me in this league in singles. I've never played Jeremy in this league in singles. So this is new for all of us, but in reality, there is nothing that can get me down today because Arsenal beat Real Madrid in the Champions League. I know this sounds like French to Bill, but maybe the best day of my sporting life in certainly since the Minneapolis Miracle. So I'm feeling on cloud nine today. Nothing can get me down, and we'll see how this goes. Obviously, I love playing with Bill. Playing Jeremy's always a fun challenge. So let's kick this pig, as Bill likes to say.
I'm with you. I understand what that's like. I watched the Eagles beat the Chiefs hilariously.
There you go.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah. And then, well, that's it. Let's go in bringing your last competitor in the match. It's Jeremy Adams.
Hello.
How you doing today, Jeremy?
I'm doing okay. So yeah, I came into the challenge thinking it would be a two-player, and I thought Bill would be an awesome guy to play. I've never played him before. It would be a really fun match. And then, things turned out in a situation where I swallowed the Jake pill, which is always a little tough there, but I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun match. I'm trying to get as many good vibes as I can, even though I don't have any sports teams that have won anything. But I'll still try to come in with a positive attitude. And I'll just say, Mark, if my strength category gets pulled tonight, I apologize in advance for the things you'll have to pronounce because now I feel bad.
Well, I gotta be honest. I didn't really take too big a glance at that category, so that'll be a fun surprise for everyone.
Probably not.
Bon chance indeed.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Round number one. Gonna work like this. You're gonna get 8 questions from 8 general movie categories. You have 15 seconds to write your answer down on your whiteboard. At the end of that time, we'll ask that you show and verbalize your answer. You get a point for each correct answer, and if any one of you gets all 8 correct, you will receive a bonus question, also worth a point. Good. God, tongue twisters. You also get 3 repeats. Challenge you throughout the match. Anything else before we get started?
Nope. Good luck, guys.
Let's have fun, boys.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, your first question come in category of comedy. Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner play a married couple in a divorce battle in what comedy? Yeah. Yeah. Interesting day. Just got done watching.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, this is watching some Shield or The Shield. Yeah, it's The
Oh,
Shield.
nice.
I get more.
The
info.
wrestling faction or the propaganda TV show?
The cop show. One
Okay.
pens down. They go to Bill.
The War of the Roses.
Okay. Jake
War of the Roses.
and Jeremy.
The War of the Roses.
All are correct. Starting off ones across the board. Going to your next question. The category of Oscars.
Oh no.
What movie won Best Original Screenplay for films released in 1974? That's I gotta say, we're almost a full 3 seasons into the Shield. And I gotta say, Vic Mackey, not the best guy, surprisingly. It just he seems to be, on the edge, as you say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
I know it's nominated, but I'm pretty sure this is wrong. I said The Conversation.
All right. Jeremy
Chinatown.
and Bill.
I went one flew over the cuckoo's nest because I don't understand years.
Jeremy is correct. Chinatown was the correct answer.
You just
Jeremy
can't get a
takes-
match with Oscar with no Oscar
Yeah.
question in it, can we? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Maybe our luck will turn around in question 3. What's that in?
Musicals.
the
Oh my
1990s.
God. Thank fuck.
Which 90s film is about an ex-police officer who begins to sell virtual reality-like videos but accidentally receives one depicting a murder? Yeah. I read that question and thought to myself, the fuck is that? uh, people just make some movies
Can
up
you
in here.
repeat that? I didn't quite get.
Sure. The Jake's first repeat question again. Which 90s film is about an ex-police officer who begins to sell virtual reality-like videos, but accidentally receives one depicting a murder? Yeah, I was like, I mean, people have made some weird shit in the 90s. They just
I was alive for it, I know. Believe me.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jeremy.
Strange Days.
Bill
I couldn't remember. I thought it was like the 13th floor. So
and Jake.
I hope that repeat helped. Strange Days.
It did indeed. Strange Days is the correct answer.
I never
Jeremy
I
at
never
2. Jake is a 2. Bill is still at 1. Going to your next question, the category of classics.
Oh no.
High and Low follows an executive for a company that sells what specifically? Yeah.
Specific.
Never seen this movie. I got it in my stack back there. I just bought it on Criterion. I hope that was a wise decision.
I keep thinking this is the Woody Allen movie, Sweet and Lowdown. Those are 2 separate films though.
2,
So
1. Pens down. Yeah, back to Bill.
fucking Cars. I don't know.
Jake.
I don't know how specific you wanted. I said shoes.
Jeremy.
Shoes.
Yeah, shoes is what we're looking for. I think we're just looking
Yeah.
for more than clothing. So
Okay.
Yeah.
or footwear, I guess.
I was thinking, yeah, footwear would be wrong.
Anyway, yeah, going into your next question, the category of action adventure. Black Dynamite is set in what decade?
Thank you. I know things. Awesome.
Just Like score update. Jeremy still in lead there with 4. Jake is at 3. Bill is at 1. And yeah.
It is not golf rules. I am losing. So
Alrighty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jake.
1970s.
Jeremy.
1970s.
And Bill.
I was actually born in the 1970s.
Me too, Bill.
1970s is correct. Everybody getting on the board there. Going into your next question, the categories of actors and actresses. Name 3 actors who have played Robin Hood. I'll give you a little bit of extra time for this one, at least for writing purposes. Yes. I don't know how most people do it. Like I cannot write fast, especially if you give me like 3 fucking things. I mean, no time to even think about the question. I'm just spending the whole fucking time just writing the goddamn thing. And, yeah, we're good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go. Where the fuck? Jeremy. Jake.
Errol Flynn, Carrie Elwes, and Sean Connery.
Okay. Jeremy
Errol Flynn, Kevin Costner, Russell Crowe.
and Bill.
I think I fucked this up. I wrote Carrie Elways, Kevin Costner, and Taron Egerton.
The acceptable answers were Douglas Fairbanks, Errol Flynn, Carrie Elwes, Russell Crowe, Kevin Costner, Sean Connery, Brian Bedford, and Taron Egerton. So
Holy
Good
shit.
job,
everybody
Bill.
getting that one.
Can't-
Going into your next question, the category of scores and soundtracks. In Us, Gabe has a discussion with his son in the car about what song? Yeah. I don't like song questions. It's fine. We're going to get them. But I always feel like I'm one word off.
Mhm.
I'll take it over who fucking composed the score between these fucking 5 white dudes,
5.
which is what it always turns into. And I never know them. I don't know any of these fucking people.
Pens down. Let's go to, yeah, right, Jeremy.
I got 5 on it.
I think we're actually Bill. Bill
I got 5 on it.
and Jake.
What they said. I got 5 on it.
Yeah, I got 5 on it is correct. Everybody getting that one.
Oh, a bunch of
Going-
white people saying that out loud.
Going into your next, last question, round number 1 comes to the category of directors.
Mm.
What actor directed Hope Floats, Waiting to Exhale, and First Daughter? However, I will say this: if Jeremy does get this right, he does get the perfect round. If my math's correct, I have 7 ticks here, so that usually what that means.
So he got the perfect round. Cool.
You never
Oh,
know.
we'll see. I don't know. 5, 4.
I can't believe I might actually know this fucking question.
Pens down. Yeah, I'll start with Bill.
Forrest Whitaker?
And Jake.
Forrest Whitaker.
Oh my god.
And for the perfect round, see if Jeremy got it.
Forrest Whitaker.
And yeah, he did. That is correct for another point. Jeremy does get the perfect round here, which means he will get a question. Will go only to him. So Jeremy, here's your bonus question. Name both movies where Glenn Close plays a man.
I know one of them. Why can I not think of the other?
5,
Oh.
4, 3.
Albert
2,
Nobbs and Hook.
1. And for the true perfect round, Hook and Albert Nobbs is what we were looking for.
Hook
With
just
that,
flew right into my head there at the end.
Jeremy, it's perfect in round 1, gets a score up to 9. Jake, though, right behind him with 7, and Bill at 5, still very much in this one We'll go into the next round, which is our wheel round, round number 2, which all our competitors get a chance to spin our wheel. If they like what they land on, they can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. You get 5 questions, whatever category you land on, worth 2 points apiece, or you check down a multiple choice for 1 point apiece. There is stealing, so please, everybody, watch your asses for that one. The categories you can spin today are directed by Francois Truffaut and pre 2000 John Claude Van Damme and pre 2005 Nightmare on Elm Street, which are our strength categories for today, as well as classics, action adventure, comic book movies, romance, musicals, biopics, and family, which are our general categories on the wheel. Because it is a triple threat, there is no spinners and opponent's choice. And just as a quick reminder, if there are steals available, please be ready with your whiteboard because I will give a quick count to 4 steals if that should arise. Jeremy, you're ahead, so it's up to you whether or not you want to spin first or defer.
I'll defer.
All right, then we'll go over to Jake. Do you want to spin first, or do you want to spin now, or defer to Bill?
I'll defer to Bill.
Actually, I'm ready for this. I did check the rules. I do have an Uno reverse card, as you can see. There is nothing that says I can't play this right now.
All right, your first spin is musicals. Would you
Gee,
like
I
to keep
wonder
that
what's
or-
going to happen.
Well, we're gonna spin again.
Yeah, that's what we figured. Let's just give that
Oh,
another go.
it's gonna get worse somehow.
Oh, you get directed by Francois Truffaut.
Oh God! Oh, guys, get ready with those whiteboards. All right.
Oh,
Oh.
he'll get ready. See if the one movie I
Right.
watched for this comes up.
All right, Bill, we'll go through this journey together. Here's your questions and directed by Francois Truffaut.
Okay.
First question.
Yeah.
What is the final film directed by Francois Truffaut to feature a performance from Jean-Pierre Laude?
And I will hear that answer in the multiple choice.
Right, multiple choice options are A, Two English Girls, B, Love on the Run, C, Day for Night, or D, The Last Metro.
Okay, 2 of those sound like a porno, so I don't think it's those. I mean, they kind of do. All right. I have heard of none of these films, so D, as in David. Final answer.
D, The Last Metro is incorrect. Going over
Yeah.
to Rail for the 1 point steal. Is it A, Two English Girls, B, Love on the Run, C, Day for Night, or D, The Last Metro?
It's not D, guys. So just a heads up. So you got a 1 in 3 chance. I'm gonna get used to saying you have a 1 in 3 chance. So
1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake
B.
and Jeremy.
Yeah, Love on the Run.
Yeah, B, Love on the Run is correct.
it was one of the pornos. Oh,
It's one of the 2 I haven't heard of.
fair enough.
Yeah, the J's getting that one. Going into your next question, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
In Shoot the Piano Player, what is the name of the owner of the bar that Edward plays piano at?
Mark, we're just gonna skip the whole formality. You just go multiple choice the whole way. So
Yeah,
we're just gonna run right through it. So
multiple choice options are A, Momo, B, Fido, C, Chico, or D, Pline.
I feel like 2 of those are made up words that don't exist. Yeah, I'm gonna play it like I'm a player here for fun. Can I get a repeat of the options, please? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?
All right, why not? Yeah.
A, Momo, B, Fido, C, Chico, or D, Pline.
I kind of want to do a. You know what? Aaron J is one of the best human beings ever. I'm gonna go with his dog's name, Chico.
C, Chico's incorrect. Going over to your Bales for the 1 point steal. Is it A, Momo, C, Fido, C, Chico, or D, Pline?
Mark, how you think it's going? Because I think it's going pretty poorly.
Sorry, guys.
Let's see where it goes. I don't know.
I got nowhere to go but further down somehow.
I would have said Chico if you didn't.
And
For the
down.
exact same reason.
Jake, what do you got?
Momo?
And Jeremy.
It's D. Pline.
All right, I wasn't sure if I was saying that right. D is the correct answer, so Jeremy gets
Fido
steal
is a
there.
character in the movie, then.
Oh, cool. All right, Bill, your next question.
Yep.
At the end of Fahrenheit 451, Montag selects a book by what author to memorize?
You go ahead. You just read them off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just need you to say it. Your
It's
multiple
fine.
choice options are A. Jane Austen, B. Charles Dickens, C. Edgar Allan Poe, or D. Mark Twain.
I'm pretty sure those are 4 authors. Okay. Dickens.
B. Charles Dickens is incorrect. Going over to the rest for the 1-point steal. Is it A. Jane Austen, B. Charles Dickens, C. Edgar Allan Poe, or D. Mark Twain?
It's not Dickens, guys. Heads up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I'm doing that. Back over to Jake.
Just throwing darts at this point. D for dart.
And Jeremy.
Edgar Allan Poe, although Dickens is the first book he reads.
Edgar Allan Poe is the correct answer. So Jeremy getting the steal there again. Going into your penultimate question in the category.
Yeah.
In Day for Night, actress Julie Baker is married to a much older man with what film-based profession? Sorry. With what profession? What profession? Not film-based.
Okay.
What profession?
Okay. And the options are
A. Screenwriter, B. Cinematographer, C. Director, or D. Doctor.
B.
Can you repeat that?
B isn't boy.
B. Cinematographer is incorrect. Going
Yep.
over to everybody else for the 1-point steal. Is it A. Screenwriter, B. Cinematographer, C. Director, or D. Doctor? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Yeah, let's go with Jeremy for the first time. Why not?
I think he's a doctor.
Jake.
D doctor.
That is correct for the 1-point steal. Both getting that. And yeah, Bill, here's your last question in the category.
Yeah, pretty much all. Yeah.
In The Soft Skin, Pierre and Nicole sleep together for the first time in what country?
And the multiple choice options are
A. Italy, B. Portugal, C. Germany, or D. Spain?
okay. The fucking go-to isn't there. So okay. Where's a hot country to fuck? I mean, all of them are pretty good places to pork. Let me hear those options again.
Okay, your multiple choice options again are A. Italy, B. Portugal, C. Germany, or D. Spain?
All right, no one's getting hot in fucking Germany. Spain's pretty fucking sexy. Portugal, maybe. You know what? If I was gonna plow a chick, I'd go to Spain. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Going over
Yes,
to
it
everybody
is.
else for the 1-point steal. Is it A. Italy, B. Portugal, C. Germany, or D. Spain?
If it's Germany, I will question every decision about this movie. To be clear,
3, 2, 1. Pens down. What do you got, Jeremy?
A. Italy.
And Jake?
Yeah, shots fired at Louis Booth, by the way. Italy.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for B. Portugal.
Oh, okay.
I said it too. You want a pork in Portugal? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. We could move on.
Yeah. At the end of that, I got Jeremy getting his. I got Bill. Still 5. I got Jake with those steals getting the score up to 9. Jeremy with those steals also getting the score up to 13. So that will bring back up the wheel. And we will stay with Jeremy for the first call. Do you want to spin first or defer to Jake?
I'll defer to Jay.
Yeah, I got it. Jake, this will be your first spin then.
You don't have to worry about the true foe questions, though. So you're welcome.
Yeah, there was no Jules and Jim, which was disappointing.
Land on classics. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Not as disappointing as the movie itself, though.
Aw.
It's just Wes Anderson, who I don't like.
That's true. I see that.
This is probably on the, now with Truffaut out of the way, this is still probably on the low end, and there's no spinners in opponent's choice. Actually, it's somewhere in the middle, but I'm gonna because it's Jeremy, I gotta shoot for something, so I'll spin again.
You got it. You gotta keep it land on this time. And never mind, because we don't have 5 more of those questions. So.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
And you land on action adventure. That was
Of course.
Let's see.
And all right, so Jake, here are your action adventure questions.
Mm-hmm.
What 90s action film features characters with nicknames of Johnny 23, Diamond Dog, and the Virus?
Hell yeah. Maybe the most fun action movie of the 90s, Con Air.
Yeah, that's correct for 2 points. All right, your next question. Who plays Christian's adult brother Brax in The Accountant?
I literally just rewatched this like 3 days ago. The fantastic John Bernthal.
That is correct for another 2 points.
Love that guy.
Your next question. In Predator, Mac kills what insect that is on Dylan after they fight the communist insurgents?
It's a scorpion, I believe.
That is correct for another 2 points. Your next question. Roger Moore, Topol, and Julian Glover all appear in what James Bond film?
For your eyes only.
Great song. That is correct for 2 points. All right, Jake, is your last question. Action adventure.
Yeah.
In Easy Rider, the bikers travel from LA to what city?
Oh. Okay. I believe it's New Orleans.
For the clean sweep of the category.
Oh.
I
Jake.
would have 15 points right now. That's great. That's wonderful.
Jake gets a score up to 15 points. Bill still 5. Jeremy still at 13. So cannot defer anymore, Jeremy. This will be
All
your
right.
first spin at the wheel. And you land on the category of romance. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Could be bad. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. Interesting. Then Jeremy. Yeah, I don't know why I was going to set it up for somebody else. I'm obviously giving your fucking questions romance here.
Yeah.
First question. Keanu Reeves, Uma Thurman, and Michelle Pfeiffer appear in what romantic drama?
Multiple choice?
The multiple choice options are A. Valmont, B. Dangerous Liaisons, C. A Room with a View, or D. A Passage to India.
Dangerous Liaisons.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question. In Working Girl, Tess is first hired for what position?
Secretary.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. In Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Peter wants to make a rock opera about what famous literary character?
Dracula.
That is correct for 2 points. And Jeremy, your next question. Who stars as Steve Carell's estranged wife in Crazy Stupid Love?
Julianne Moore.
That is correct for 2 more points. And the lead going into your final question in romance. The titular character has what profession in the film Marty?
He's a butcher.
That is correct for another 2 points and another sweep of the category. So here is where we are at, folks.
It was 3 sweeps of categories. One of them was dirty.
Jeremy is at 22.
Oh
Jake
my
is
god!
at 19. Bill is there at 5. So what we're gonna do, we're going to round number 3, which is our pick your poison round, in which our competitors we get a chance to pick from our list of general they've already picked from the list of general categories. They're gonna pick from them again, see what their answer there in round number 3. You get as many as 4 questions worth with 1, 2, 3, 4 points apiece. The once a category is picked, it cannot be answered or selected by their opponent. The categories that can be chosen today are the 1990s, action adventure, 1970s, comic book movies, horror, drama, comedy, recent releases, westerns, sci-fi fantasies, 2010s, and directors. Going to have our competitors pick their categories and hoping it back to finish this one out. All right, we're back. Just a quick show update. Because Bill was so far behind, he was knocked out of round number 3. So we'll just be doing round 3 with Jake and Jeremy here. So in that case, here's where we're going to go. We're going to go until we're out of questions or one player's been mathematically eliminated. Yeah, going to start with who is behind here, which right now is Jake. Jake, what would you like for your 1 point question?
I'll do comic book movies for 1.
All right. Here is your 1 pointer. Comic book movies. Josh Brolin made his first MCU appearance in what film?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That is correct for 1 point. And you're still behind, so we'll stick with you for your 2 point question.
I'll do recent releases.
Recent releases. You got it. Here's your 2 pointer. Recent releases. Who plays Santa Claus in Red 1?
Asking me a Christmas movie question. J.K. Simmons.
Way it came up. So J.K. Simmons is correct for 2 points. With that, you're tying it up. We'll go over to Jeremy since Jeremy has more questions. So, what would you like for your 1 point question?
2010s.
2010s. Got it. Here's your 1 pointer. Category is 2010s. Constance Wu, Jennifer Lopez, and Julia Stiles star in what 2019 drama?
Hustlers.
That is correct for 1 point. Puts Jeremy back in lead 23 to 22. Jake, bounce over to you for your 3 point question.
I wish I had a coin to flip right now because that's basically what I can do here. Do I want to do the same way we did in the Back to Formula match, or do I want to reverse it? I'll go for different luck and see what happens. Let's do action adventure for 3.
Action adventure for 3. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your 3 pointer in action adventure. In what 2000s action film does a man promise to give $100 million to the people that free him from law enforcement?
Oh.
Law enforcement captivity. I meant to say law enforcement
Yeah.
captivity. Give you a little bit of time for that.
I figured.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question, please.
All right. Your second. Repeat your question again. In what 2000s action film does a man promise to give $100 million to the people that free him from law enforcement captivity?
Oh, I think it just came to me. SWAT.
That is correct for 3 big points.
Thank you, TNT. I watched that movie so many times.
That's the first time that has happened on this program. People thinking TNT.
Ugh,
Jake
or whatever.
gets
Something.
Jake is in the lead.
Whatever cable
25 to 23. Go back over to Jeremy for Jeremy's 2-point question.
I'll take drama.
Got it. Here's your 2-pointer to tie things up. Your question. Who plays the title character in Gandhi?
Ben Kingsley.
That is correct for 2 points, tying the game up at 25. We will stick with Jeremy since you have one more question. What would you like for your 3-pointer?
I'll do 90s.
You got it. Here's your 3-pointer. Category of 90s. In Face Off, how does Eve Archer find out her husband is an imposter and is actually Castor Troy?
Shit. Need to rewatch this. Dang it. She kisses him.
That is incorrect. The answer we have here is she tests his blood.
No.
She tests his blood. So with that, we are tied back up. We will bounce back over to Jake, who has his one question remaining, which is his 4-pointer in horror.
Yeah.
He hits it, he will get the lead. And as a reminder, Jake, you do have one more repeat.
Mhm.
So here is your 4-pointer in horror. In what 2000 sci-fi horror film features 2 men on a spaceship waking up from hypersleep to find the rest of their crew is missing?
I mean, there's only going to be one answer that comes to my head, so I'm just not going to bother to repeat. I'll just say Pandorum.
And that is correct for 4
Good job,
points.
Jake.
Oh boy.
Jake takes the lead there with at 29 points. And here's where we're at, everybody. Jeremy only has one question remaining, which is his 4-pointer in directors. If he hits it, we are tied up and we will go to sudden death. If not, Jake will win the
my
match
board ready now.
and go to round number 2. And as a reminder, Jeremy, you still have all 3 of your repeats.
Okay.
So, Jeremy, here is your 4-pointer in directors. What 80s film was the directorial debut of Tony Scott?
The Hunger.
And we are going to sudden death. The Hunger was the correct answer. Boy, 29 apiece.
That's a
It's going to be fun.
Great game, Jake.
All right. Here we go. Sudden death.
right.
Pretty simple. Both hit it, move on. Both miss it, we move on. First lead change, game ends. That will have your winner. The repeats do carry over from the match. So with that, Jeremy still has all 3 of his repeats. Jake only has 1. And we'll just go with that. Like I said, first question, sudden death. Who directed 1966's A Man for All Seasons? This is tough. I never really know what to do here. I feel fine talking since both players were really quick to their board and pretty confident we're going to get a second question here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake
Fred Zinnemann.
and Jeremy.
Fred Zinnemann.
Both are correct. 30 apiece. Going on to your next question. In Public Enemies, John Dillinger is killed outside of what type of establishment? Yeah. Just after, yeah, we may want to strap. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to strap in here. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jeremy.
Movie theater.
Jake.
I love how you're trying to reverse jinx both of us. Movie theater.
Hey, let's see what works. The movie theater is correct. 31 apiece. Going to your next question. At the beginning of John Wick Chapter 4, John takes refuge at the Continental Hotel in what city?
Good game, Jake.
I just did the John Wick experience for my birthday.
I have
So
not seen 4.
it would be
Sorry.
pretty pathetic
4.
if I missed this.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
Osaka.
And Jeremy.
New York.
And your winner,
Oh my god.
Jake Meltzer. The correct answer was Osaka. Jake winning it in sudden death. We're gonna put everybody backstage. Wow, that was a hell of a match. I feel like I keep saying that every time we come back here for these triple threat matches. They just keep getting better and better. I mean, I said this before, and I'm gonna stick by it. I think this is 100% the best tournament we've ever done, and like we keep getting like just blockbuster matches here. Round one, just really great back and forth between Jeremy and Jake, which in almost any tournament could have easily been our tournament final. But hey, see, because we love you, the viewers, so much, we gave you it here in round number one. We will start with post match interviews. We go to Bill, who is our third place finisher here today. Bill.
And a distant third at that.
Oh, other than that, got some Trudeau questions. You like that.
I was asked a bunch of Truffaut questions. Yes, and I went over the century, so it's fine. So, how are you doing, Mark?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I think because of the way this is going to get released, I think you've
yeah,
already kind of made your piece in an
probably.
earlier video.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we come to any different conclusions or it's just
I
probably
mean,
not.
after this one, I think it hammered home. I'm doing the right idea here. I don't know about you, but when you put up like 5 points, and the two guys are scoring 30 apiece, yeah, probably a good idea to just take a step back and reevaluate and get your head right. So it's totally cool. I would like to congratulate Jeremy. Me gifting him his non-loss. So kudos to you, good sir. Good choice picking me for yourself. Yeah, but other than that, it was actually a joy to watch backstage. That was what we call in the business a real nail biter. So yeah, I was proud to be a part of this. And that's about the nicest thing I can say about this performance. It was pretty bad. There's no putting any lipstick on this pig, so it's totally okay. So these days happen. So yeah.
Oh. Well, as I did say before, we'll be sad to see you not here in our singles team division. We'll be happy to see you at least a couple more times in trios. So that will be a nice breath of
Yeah.
fresh air.
I'll be back someday. Don't worry. So
We sure hope so. Until then, see you down
yeah.
the road. Ah, shit. I mean, well, we're in second place finisher, which 31 points. Jeremy Adams. Yeah, Jeremy. I just don't like when you play the way you did in this match. 31 points,
Yeah.
racking up the steals. 9 points in round two. You would expect to win pretty comfortably here, and it's not the way that happened. Like, tell me what's going through your head right now.
I mean, it sucks to lose, especially when it goes that deep. But on the other hand, I played to the best of my ability. I don't think anyone could say otherwise. Perfect round one, good round two, and it's just a couple little things. I mean, the face off and the John Wick questions I just didn't know. So I'm not gonna kick myself on that. That's just those are things I was never going to pull. The one thing I will kick myself on a little is the Dangerous Liaisons, because I know all those people are in that movie. I've seen that movie. It just wasn't coming to mind right away as a romantic drama. It just, for whatever reason. So yeah, if I'd maybe taken a repeat and thought a little harder on that one, knowing how high the stakes were with Jake, I might have gotten that extra point and be a different outcome. But you just can't second guess these little things. And it was always going to be tight. I think with me and Jake, we played in other leagues. It's always tight. It's always a battle. And I played really well, and he outplayed me in the end. There, he saw that John Wick movie and knew a pretty deep cut question from it, so he earned that win. And all luck to him. And now I'm kind of rooting for him in the rest of the tournament.
Gotcha. Well, we're absolutely going to see you back here again. I definitely have to
Thank
put
you.
in a lights out performance like that. I don't know if I hope to see anybody next time you come back.
Um, there's so many good players in this league. I guess I've had some pretty tense battles with a lot of the top guys, so I'd like to see somebody new, maybe one of these newer guys. I don't know, maybe Ryko or somebody. There's some really good players I haven't played yet, so that would be fun.
I assure you, Raiko will be looking forward to that one. Uh, we thank you for showing up today, Jeremy.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you down the road, and we're bringing your winner today. Moving on to round number 2, Mr. Jake Meltzer. Tight game, and honestly, you again, we're playing incredibly well in the match, but we're still kind of playing catch up for pretty much the entire time. The thing that kept you in it was just going perfect in round 3 and just forcing a sudden death and just getting a question that that actually was able to uh, trump Jeremy. I don't know why I was having trouble coming up with words, but either way, wonderful match to put on here, Deo. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised that I'm here, because after that Truffaut round and I was struggling to get steals and Jeremy was just picking them up. I was just like, oh, relying on Jeremy to miss questions is not something you should be doing. So the fact that of all the movies to not have seen, he hasn't seen the genre and era defining masterpiece John Wick Chapter 4 is shocking to me. And Jeremy, what are you doing here? Go and watch it, because it's an incredible 5-star movie. But yeah, just I got lucky today, I feel. I mean, and like the 2 repeats I had, normally repeats don't really amount to much, but in this case, both of them helped me get the answers right. And yeah, it just was, I needed a really big round 2 in order to keep it close, and that's what happened. And I just got lucky that he missed the face-off question, he missed the John Wick question, and now I get to keep playing, and it's exciting. I feel bad for Bill that he had to be the sacrificial lamb, having to answer having to get asked those Truffaut questions. But if the goal of picking me was to catapult me forward, then I suppose in that case this is a success. But if this is the last time we see Bill in this space for a while, then this is bittersweet for me, because I'm gonna miss being on call with him, and I'm gonna hopefully keep going forward in this thing, and yeah, just let it ride.
All right. Well, like I said, this does move you on to the second round. A lot of names possibly for grabs, or really going into the second round. There will only be 8 other names, but I don't know if there's anybody you want to look for. Yeah, you're looking to be on that list, or if you, I don't know, just want to keep it to yourself and just let that be a surprise.
It would help to know who's available to be picked. That's one thing. But beyond that, I mean, there were a couple of names that if I had had the opportunity to pick, uh, for round 1, whether they're still there. But I'll keep that to myself for the time being.
You got it. Well, we will see down the road, round number 2 here, this tournament. And put you backstage for right now. And yeah, barn burner here today. That'll do it here with us here at Multiplex Movie Melee. Thank you for everybody for showing up. Thank you again, Bill. Thank you again, Jeremy. Thank you again, Jake. Thank you to everybody here who writes questions as the matches, puts it up so that everybody can enjoy it for you, the fans. And yeah, just everybody, just be well.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.